In chapter 3 and 4, we went over a lot of items. We talked about both simple interest and compound interest. In simple interest, we compound only at the very end of the term. So if we invest for 2 years, we only do one interest calculation at the end of the 2 years. This makes the future value or interest linear equations. In compound interest, we compound many times per year. We can compound annually, that means once, semi-annually, twice, monthly, weekly, or even daily, 365 times a year. Doing that means that in the end, we are reinvesting the interest that we get, so we get interest on our interest. That means that compound interest is exponential. It grows quickly over the long term. We learned the formulas for both of those, and most importantly, we learned how to use the TVM buttons, those are these buttons in the middle, of our BA2 Plus calculator. Using Excel, other financial calculators, or other computer programs are also really good ideas. That makes the calculation work faster and easier, which is important. We learned about converting interest rates, taking two interest rates that are compounded differently and seeing when they are equivalent, which means if you invest for a year at two different rates, you would end up with the same future value. We learned how to compute and how to compute average rates, again, using our calculator. Finally, we talked about equations of value and payment plans and how to make choices. Mostly what we did is, I'm going to hold up my piece of paper, drew a timeline, circled the focal date, decide what the money goes in and out, and moved everything to the same time using present value formula or future value formula. Doing this means we can solve a wide variety of problems. Next chapter, we're going to start talking about annuities. Annuities are very similar to compound interest, except instead of leaving that payment button as 0, we're going to add in a payment, like a mortgage, where we make a payment every month for 20 years to decrease the balance